Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading. Today we are going to do an individual reading for Jeno. In this video, we're going to check his current energy, his career, his love life, and any healing messages that go through. Now, I don't know if a lot of people have been asking for this video, but I assume that after the Jaemin one kind of just got seen for whatever reason, I was like, oh, I bet people will want to hear Jeno next because they're besties, right? Well, I assume. I actually don't really know. I know of NCT, but I'm not necessarily an NCT fan. I am just kind of like, I know of them, I've heard of them, and I've seen of them. But yeah, anyway, let's just jump right into his current energy to see how Jeno is doing right now. So how is Jeno currently doing? We have the 9 of Swords. He's stressed for some reason. We have the 10 of Wands. He's not doing okay. I don't know why, but he's not doing okay. You guys will know better than I in that case. We have the 9 of Swords, stressed, 10 of Wands, overwhelmed, burdened. We have the Tower card. He is going through a tower moment. We have the 8 of Swords reverse. He doesn't realize it's all in his head. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles, independent. So how do I explain this? The 10 of Swords usually represents someone that feels very overwhelmed and stressed. However, in the depiction here, we see like a flower blossoming from that. So I do feel that this card is kind of saying that right now he may not be going through a very good period. However, things are going to slowly start looking up. Something beautiful will blossom out of the difficult period he's currently in, because we have like the grass growing, and it's kind of like, I feel like he may be rough around the edges right now, but it will eventually smoothen into his new self. Right, like he's slowly growing out of that, or something along those lines. We have Mars in Gemini, so it could be that he is trying to figure out how to speak up or how to communicate something that he's feeling. We also have Mars with a Tower card, so I think life just threw Jeno like a curveball and he's going through it. He may feel like he has a lot of responsibilities that he has to like weighing him down right now, or that he has to carry with him, and that could be just the illusion that he is in, or he doesn't realize it's all within his head. Like this is like a perspective type of issue. He's seen it one way, and that's why he's struggling to go through with it, but not necessarily because things are that way. We have the 8 of Swords reverse, and usually the 8 of Swords represents the energy of someone that is kind of like is under the illusion, or they're blindfolded, so they don't realize that they can easily get out of whatever issues are like surrounding them, whatever they're mentally overthinking a lot. Whatever he's overthinking, whatever those thoughts are trapping him behind bars, almost like he's like, it's holding him back somehow. But it's reversed, so I don't think he even realizes that this is all an illusion. Like it's all within his head. I do feel that he may be deeply overthinking something that is creating this tower moment. And usually when people talk about tower moments, they talk about like difficult periods coming through, because the tower is supposed to symbolize. I keep saying that. The Tower card is supposed to show someone, not someone, but like an event or like a series of events that will slowly get rid of the foundation he has made for himself. And it's supposed to help him, it's destroying whatever foundation he currently has, so like that he can create a new one and a better one, because the difficulties that he's currently going through are going to make him stronger when he has like almost a moment of rebirth. But with the Tower card, is going to really affect his personality kind of thing. So not his personality as like all of a sudden he's going to change and you guys are going to be like, who is this guy? Not necessarily that way. It's more along the lines that whatever beliefs he had in the past are slowly going to fade away, because he's creating new ones that work for him, not necessarily. So he's kind of like letting go of his roots almost to not necessarily. It's just like whatever is not working for him, like he's cleaning house, that kind of thing. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, which usually shows someone that is independent. So I do feel that this is the not the consequences. This is what has to happen for him to feel like he has power of his own life, that he can do what he wants, so he can feel a sense of control about his life, basically. We have Venus in Virgo, so that kind of tells me that he's kind of focusing how to love himself, how to take care of himself, and how to be of service to himself. So I think he's slowly figuring out a way to do things because he wants to, because he desires to, and not because he was told to. Like, he's trying to figure out that balance right now within himself. But let's see what other stuff, like what other things are going on with him currently. We have Temperance, the Four of Cups reversed, and the Two of Swords reversed. So right now it feels like he is trying to learn how to work with himself, or he's trying to find balance, or he's getting this new knowledge of how to do what he wants. Like, maybe he wants to travel, maybe he wants to learn new things, because this is Sagittarius energy, as you see right here. Sagittarius energy. So Temperance also is a card that means someone that is trying to find balance within two worlds, and I do feel that with him, those two worlds are himself and everybody else, so his community and himself. So this is kind of like 11th house energy. He's trying to find what role does he play in his community, in his environment, in his world, right? Like, what is his role? What part does he play in this drama of life? Okay. Temperance is also kind of like a guardian angel, so he's not alone. He has people helping him out. Life is working with him. Like, this is a lesson that he has to learn to be independent. It's not necessarily like a punishment. It's not necessarily a difficult period because of like a hard environment. It's more like he's going through just life. He's just evolving, growing, and adapting. So yeah, this Temperance card is just showing that maybe he's trying to find a balance between what he feels and what he sees. And what I mean by that is his physical 3D world, so what he's working, like his career, his working environment, all of that, and balancing that with what he feels. Like, is this what he wants to do? Is this not what he wants to do? And all of that. We also have the Four of Cups reverse, which is a moon in Cancer, so that tells me that he is definitely trying to pay attention to whatever it is that he had ignored before. The Four of Cups is a card where someone is distracted, so they don't see what life is offering them. But the way that this card is depicting the Four of Cups is someone that is balancing those emotions, because cups represent water, and water talks about intuition, emotions, and creativity. So I do feel that he's currently trying to figure out how to satisfy his emotional needs. The other card that we have is a moon in Libra reverse, because we have the Two of Swords reverse. And this tells me that he doesn't even realize what his options are, or he knows that he has to pick, but he's avoiding whatever it is that those opportunities are. So he's not picking. He hasn't made a choice about something. So it feels like an idea is going to hatch pretty soon, or like a new opportunity has presented to Jeno, but he's not necessarily taking a stance of if he wants it or not. Like, he may be rejecting this new opportunity constantly because it could be like going against something he already is in, or something that he already believes in, or something that he's already working through. So it kind of feels like he's resisting, or he's trying not to pick something. Like he's trying to avoid the fact that he will have to make a choice about something. I don't know what that is, but it seems like I know what it is. Like, he may be avoiding to pick between himself and his environment, his emotions, and what's practical, right? So I do feel like he's trying to balance that out. Like, what he feels and what he's satisfied with is not always physically done, right? Like, money won't necessarily give you happiness. That's something you find within yourself. material things like a home, like a house, is not necessarily going to make you feel at home. Sometimes that's something you find within yourself. So I do feel that's kind of like what he's going through. Like having money and a successful quote unquote career doesn't mean he's going to feel powerful and in control. That's also something that he finds within himself. Just because let's say an artist makes it very big in the industry doesn't mean that they have it all, if that makes sense. So he is not even realizing that he's ignoring his emotional side or something that will make him very happy. So that's where he's currently at. He's going through a difficult period because that's what's going to help him become independent and be within his own energy, what he, basically like who he truly is, like be honest with himself. And he's kind of just not even allowing, like not even giving an option to the fact that maybe he needs to look within his emotions and what will emotionally satisfy him rather than what is like the right thing to do. And by the right thing to do, I mean like what society deems to be right. So let's see what his career is looking like right now. So how is Jeno's career like? What's going on in his career? There was a lot of green for him, so he's definitely working through his heart chakra, or he has to work with that, which is working through a heart space, which is supposed to be like his emotions, like what satisfies him emotionally. The card that we have is efficiency. So the thing that I got right away with that card, one of the things that I got right away is dizzy. I get dizzy, but the thing that I'm getting is with efficiency is to not make it hard on himself. That's one of the things I'm getting. The other word is kind of like, just because that's how everybody does it doesn't mean that it's for him. So again, kind of breaking free from like the ideas that society has on how things should be. This is about him doing what he wants to do. So not necessarily the right thing according to society, but the right thing according to him. Oh, if I sounded distant, is because I was looking away while saying that. We have absence and shift. So I'm getting that he needs to like light the flame within him that inspires him, that that makes him feel passionate about life, that makes him feel happy and satisfied. We have a horse right here in the heart, so he's definitely working through his heart chakra. He's working with nature. He's working on growing and developing himself through this change, because the shift card is supposed to show like the change that he's going through, which we saw is to help him feel confident, be able to express himself clearly, to be pure, with like being honest and faithful to what he believes in his emotions and his desires, not necessarily whatever he's been told to do. The other thing that I'm getting is like, this is his third lower chakra, so he definitely has to work on being optimistic, being confident, following his passions, and grounding himself. He definitely needs to work through all of that. We have a horse here, so I want to talk about that. So the horse kind of shows power, strength, and stability. It also shows me like the ability to just move forward, and I'm thinking of the knights. So in tarot there's knights. We have 4 of them. Those are 4 fingers. We have 4 of them, and the knights are supposed to symbolize movement and taking action type of thing. So I feel that he's working towards starting to take action, but action based on what he wants, not necessarily what he's being told to do. So I think he's working very hard to figure out what he wants in his career as well, or it could be because of his career that he's trying to figure out his place in life and in his own community and all of that. We have connection, root. We have left eye knowledge, angel of night, and left leg submission. So with connection, I'm getting that he's slowly, like, networking was the first thing that I kind of got. Like, he's slowly working, again, connecting with his community to potentially, in this case, benefit his career. We have the angel of night, so he's having, like, I'm getting like dreams or working with the moon potentially, or visions, or like dreams could be like when the thing that you do, like that you get when you go to sleep, or dreams could be like his goals and aspirations in life. We have the left eye knowledge, so he's slowly trying to gather the knowledge to make his dreams come true. Or in his career, he's trying to get the knowledge to understand what independence means for him and what it means to be okay with himself, stuff like that. The other card that we have is left leg submission, so I'm getting like submit to your emotions, allow your emotions to take over, allow your passion to take over, allow your freedom to take over, that type of feeling. And right here we have like the hands going through like to me it feels almost like offering your heart type of thing, and the heart is a pure, like a pearl. So I'm getting that with him, he just needs to hold on to his heart and ask himself, what do I want in life, what is it that I aim for in life. So I do feel that in his career there's this very strong feeling about doing what he wants to do and not what he's told to do, and starting to get those connections to within himself, within his environment, because this one is supposed to symbolize like the root chakra. So ground himself, stabilize himself, center himself, and he's working also through the I wasn't sure how to turn this one. So he's definitely working on how to work with his material world and his thoughts and emotions. How can he express those in a way that will help him and benefit him and satisfy him. So we have the King of Wands reversed, which is Leo energy in this deck. So this tells me that right now he's working on feeling confident, feeling powerful, feeling like a leader. The Leo energy is ruled by the sun, and the sun is expressing our personality and ourselves. So he's definitely working on showing who he truly is in his true colors. We have the priest, which is I think the high priestess usually. So in this deck he's working also on, because he's working on his emotions, because that's the moon. That's a card that is all about like our emotions. It's an intuitive card and also a very confident individual. So he's working on being confident. He's working on following his true calling, what he really wants to do in life, what he dreams of, what he aspires. Definitely all about the heart. His career is definitely probably the issue that we saw in his current energy. Then we have the 10 of Swords reversed. So in this case, I'm looking at how the imagery of this card is. He can't even look at himself right now. So he's not, because he can see the pain that he carries, the overthinking that he's doing. Like he can see that, but he doesn't want to work through that pain. And I feel that the overthinking and everything is something that his career is causing him to feel and to go through. So he does not want to do self-reflection. He does not want to do the healing necessary for him to feel independent, powerful, and confident. So he's definitely avoiding change and resisting it. We have archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So his career is slowly going to bring him new opportunities, but he definitely has to work on himself to be able to see them and take them. We have March. So to me, March symbolizes the beginning of spring. March is also going from Pisces to Aries energy. So definitely leaving behind, I feel that with him is like leaving behind that overthinking and the self-punishing energy and moving more towards just being that Aries energy that does as they want, does as they wish, and takes action based on what they desire, right? And not necessarily Aries is not an energy that really thinks about others, because that's why Aries could be seen as selfish. But if it's manifested in a healthy way, it's kind of like they do what they want and they can be very nice to other people. It's just that they're not going to allow other people and circumstances and environments get in the way of what it is that they want to do in life. So he's blossoming, he's growing, right? And the last card that we got for Jeno's career is dogs getting together with friends. So I'm getting complete loyalty. In his career, he's going to find a lot of people he can befriend. He's going to find a lot of people that are going to help him out through his problems. Friends could be the ones that are like maybe helping him find these new opportunities, but friends could also be the ones that are helping him out, feeling confident and stabilizing himself, because I do feel like he's resisting big time on change. But life is like, do not worry, things are going to get better if you continue working on yourself. And if you like, I feel like he doesn't realize that he's ignoring what inspires him and what motivates him, and he seems to not even realize that he's avoiding change by not asking himself, what do I want, what do I aim to get in life, right? What am I passionate about? Like, I feel he's ignoring those like things. Like, he's not doing that internal work on himself. He may work his body, he may work his skills, he may work in his career, but he's not working on himself. And that's a big issue, because that's going to create a lot of conflicts in the future within his career, because I do feel that his career is what's making him overthink a lot of things, as we saw in his current energy. So let's jump into his love life. So I do feel that there's a lot of good opportunities for Jeno in his career. He just needs to continue working on himself and allow his emotions to take over and allow his passion to take over, so like that he can do what satisfies him and not what he believes is like the right thing to do according to others. So let's see, what do we have for his love life? I don't know where to start. Here, let's start with these cards. What is going on in Jeno's love life? That's a lot. Okay. So what's going on in Jeno's love life? We have the Angel of Dreams. Okay, we have the Angel of Time, the Angel of Annihilation, and the Angel of Punishment. Okay. Definitely two very opposing energies right off the bat. So the Angel of Dreams and the Angel of Time kind of tell me that there is this sense of... Okay, because I feel like two energies, or two schools of thought. There is a side in his love life that is like, I have faith things are gonna get better. I have dreams of finding like this fairy tale type of love, and with time things are going to heal. With time things are going to get better. With time I will find like a beautiful partner, or life, or like Jeno may be thinking that in his love life he eventually wants things to look bright and shiny and beautiful and good. I do feel like there's a connection, and the first thing I thought of was like the red ribbon type of connection. So like you're destined to be with someone type of energy, and it could be someone that has very beautiful hair or very, very beautiful ideas, or this could be like the activity within his head of constantly thinking, which could work against him, as we saw in his current energy and his career, but it could also work with him, like for him, in the sense of like motivating him for things to look up and better, which I do feel like he has a positive outlook in his love life. Like he has faith things are gonna work out. He knows that time is gonna take time and effort, and his dreams will eventually come true within his love life. So I do feel like he could be like a hopeless romantic potentially, but I'm not too sure. I don't know what he says, so I don't know what idea you guys have of him. We have the Angel of Annihilation and the Angel of Punishment. So I do feel that there's also a side of himself that is constantly punishing himself and is constantly like pushing down the idea of his ideal fairy tale type of love. So I do feel that there is something, I wonder what it is, within his love life. I wonder if it's his career that is constantly making him be like, no, I cannot think of love right now. No, I need to focus on these other things. Or it could also be his own tower moments, as we saw in his current energy, that he's just still working towards his place in life. Like he still doesn't know where he stands. He still doesn't know what he's going to do in his life and all of that. So that could be part of it too. So here we don't have the two energies of two individuals. I do feel like this is like two different perspectives that Jeno has within his love life. There's a positive one that has faith things are gonna work out, and then there's like this like party pooper over here that is like, forget it, focus on your career. So let's see what's going on in Jeno's love life. What the? Okay. Because I know how to shuffle. We have the Eight of Swords, I'm getting dizzy again. I just said the Eight of Swords and I went, woo. My head just like spun around like crazy. So we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Magician. The Sorceress, my bad. We have Death. And then we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. So let's see what so with the Eight of Swords, I do feel that there's, again, he is not seeing things clearly, but he's aware. In this case, in his love life, he's aware that his negative outlook of his love life is because it's all in his head. Like, I do feel that his faith that things are gonna be okay in his love life are a little bit stronger than his constant negativity about it, because I feel that he's aware that his, what is it called? The energy, or the reason why he can't see things in a positive way, is because he's aware of what that issue is. Like, he knows the reason why he can't just have a beautiful love life. He's aware of what circumstances he's under that don't allow him to have what he's dreaming of and what he wishes. So I think that that's why this Eight of Swords is here. Like, he's aware that things are not looking too bright for him, but so he understands the obstacle is an illusion within his mind. It's not. It's like, with this magician, with the sorceress right here, it kind of also tells me that he's aware that he's kind of manifesting this negative outlook in his love life. Like, he knows. He also knows that he can easily manifest a beautiful partnership with someone out there. So he knows. He gets it. He understands that, right? But that doesn't mean that energy is constantly blocking the positive energy out there for him to find a good partner. We also have death. So I do feel that he needs to transform somehow, or he knows that he needs to become better somehow to find a partner. So I do feel that it could also be he needs to continue working on himself so he can be perfect for his partner. And perfect is not necessarily like having everything under control, but more like being aware of who he is and what he thinks and how he believes things to be and how he wants things to be and what he dreams things to be and all of that. He just needs to know himself. He knows that. He's aware of that. But with the Death card, we have Scorpio energy, and with the Sorceress, I think it's Aries energy. So having the ability to make anything happen because he's at the beginning of his journey. But the Death card is a Scorpio energy. They're both ruled by Mars, now that I think about it. Well, it depends. It depends, because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, but traditionally he's ruled by Mars. Anywho, what I mean by that is that he is kind of going through this transformation where he knows he needs to get rid of any baggage, any ideas that are holding him back, and slowly make his way towards something a lot more positive, or through this change and transformation where he is more his physical self is more in alignment with what his heart and emotions want, which seems to be a reoccurring theme for him, right? What is like the practical thing and what is the emotional thing, and how can he balance that? It seems like that's still an issue in his love life, but at least he's a little bit more aware of it being an issue. And then we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. So he doesn't want to be alone, and he knows that he is not alone. He knows that there's people out there looking out for him. He knows that life is also looking out for him. His angels and spirit guides are looking out for him. He's aware. He knows. It's just that, it kind of gets... I do feel that sometimes he kind of does feel lonely. Like, he's on his own. Like, he's the only one that can't find love. Like, he's the only one that things won't look well for. So he's going... Like, he's aware things are not super bad, but he's still allowing those emotions of, like, hopelessness to go through. Like, he knows things can get better, but he's also, like, sad about it, that they can't be better right now. So let's see, what is the positive stuff for his love life? Right. I'll take those two then. Not a lot of them fell this time. So we have Pentacles. So we have the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is energy of balance, give and take. So he wants So what he's going to get in his love life and what he wants in his love life is someone that will give him as much as he's giving back. So basically, no one is taking advantage of anyone. It's a fair relationship. It's balance. He wants a partner that will take care of him, and he will take care of his partner. We have a moon in Taurus, so it seems like life is going to give him someone that is very stable, very grounded, and very earthy, and someone that is very hardworking, or loves to learn, or loves to teach other people, or has many projects going at the same time. Usually seems like, because we have a sun in Virgo and a moon in Taurus, so it's a very grounded energy that is going to be brought for Jeno. So I have a feeling that Jeno's gonna get a partner that is going to be a workaholic, very stubborn, but also very generous, because Taurus energy tends to be someone that is going to give a lot to their partner. Usually gifts. It's usually like gifts and material things that this individual will have. So I do feel that life is gonna bring Jeno someone that is also very emotionally stable. So it's gonna take a long time to get this person to break down. So if this person is not okay, they're not gonna be okay. But this individual will usually try to be very stable, and tends to be very stable, because Moon and Taurus it's kind of hard to get them to emotionally break. I say that because I'm saying, like, they're not gonna be super emotional, like, not heartless, like, they're apathetic or whatever, not necessarily, but they're not gonna be like the most sympathetic necessarily. It also depends how this individual will express themselves, but I do feel like Jeno's gonna get someone that is emotionally very stable, and also someone that will be of service. Like, this is an individual that likes to help people out and listen to them when they need it. Life is gonna give Jeno a partner that is very, very promising. I feel because I think Jeno is a Taurus sun. So I do feel like he's going to really appreciate someone that is very, very stable. And I do feel that this individual is going to be a very hard worker person with beautiful hair. I do feel they're going to have beautiful hair or beautiful ideas. Or their view of the world is something that he will find very attractive and very beautiful. I do feel that this is also an individual that likes to kind of stand still sometimes, to just enjoy the moment of whatever it is that they're going through, or whatever situation they're in. So this will definitely be a change of pace, potentially. So let's see, what else do we have for Jeno's love life. So we have revolution. I do feel that his love life is going to change Jeno a lot, or at least his way of thinking of life and the way that he sees it. I do feel that someone got his back, so his partner will definitely help him out, help him blossom, and help him fly high towards his dreams and achieve what he wants to achieve, especially since it seems like he's going to get a very hardworking individual. We also have magnetism. It seems like Jeno's going to be highly attracted to his partner, or his partner is going to be very magnetic, so it's going to attract a lot of people all the time, constantly. I also feel that they could be destined to be together, in a way. And I do feel that Jeno will, if he does want like a fairy tale fantasy type of love, of like, oh, you meet this person because fate made it happen, and then things just slowly build up and blossom into this beautiful relationship. I do think he's gonna get it, because we have magnetism, so I do feel like these two birds are gonna mate for life. And I do feel that the courtship is going to be exactly what he dreams of, if he does want a fairy tale type of thing. And I do feel that he's going to be able to take things nice and slow with his partner, and I do think his partner will definitely be like, yeah, I'm okay with taking things nice and slow. So I do feel like he will find someone that will definitely benefit him and balance him out somehow. So let's see, just anything else that we will have for his love life. I really like how stable his love life is. Very grounded, very earthy, very traditional, I don't know, but definitely very stable. Let's see, the cards that we got. We have psychic ability, trust your intuition. I do feel that his partner is highly intuitive, or that part of themselves is like their sixth sense is very well developed. We have firecracker excitement. This is someone that is going to be revolutionary towards him, and by that it's like this person has a very different way of thinking things. They have a very, but they're very grounded, right? So that helps. But this is an individual that likes to do very new things, very excitable, and by that it's like, or maybe very easily amused. This is someone that will be very expressive or will have beautiful eyes. I do feel that this could be someone that, I don't know if they're conventionally beautiful or beautiful, but they're definitely going to be very attractive despite how they look. I don't know how this person's going to look, but I do feel that not only Jeno will find this person beautiful, I think everybody else will also be like, I don't know what this person has, but it's this person's nice to look at. We have tulip, great passion. So I do feel that they have a very strong attraction towards each other, and their love is going to be very passionate, but I also feel like it's going to be very gentle and loving and slowly blossoming and beautiful. I do look forward to his love life. May he find a great individual. Then we have family wishes come true. So you know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that Jeno's family could have been like praying and wishing that he finds a good person out there for him. And I think he's going to find it. So I do feel that that's why it says family wishes are going to come true. But I'm also getting like, you know how sometimes a family is like, when am I going to get my grandchildren, right? Like stuff like that. My parents haven't told that to me, but when I have my kids, I'm gonna tell that to them. I'll be like, I don't want to be an old grandma. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is not about me. So about Jeno. So I wouldn't be surprised if his family is also kind of like, we want you to find a good partner, we want you to be happy, but we want little children going around. I do feel that even though I don't think Jeno's necessarily thinking about like making his own family. Like poor guy can barely even think about having a partner right now. But I do feel that if that's his goal and that's his aim, he will eventually get it, because I do feel that there is a partner out there for him that is waiting for him. Not necessarily, but is definitely destined to be with him in a beautiful relationship. And I do feel that this is someone that is very, very beautiful, but I can't really tell you who it is because I am not necessarily getting anything in mind. Like, I don't know, I do feel that this person's gonna be like physically beautiful, but I also feel that I'm just very happy with their energy. So I do feel that they have a beautiful energy as well. So this is not only someone that's physically attractive, because I don't know if this individual's gonna be like conventionally pretty or beautiful, but they definitely have something that everyone has their eye on them type of thing. And yeah, so with this beautiful love life, let's just jump into Jeno's healing messages to see what he gets there. But he got a bunch of beautiful things for his love life. I'm very happy for him in that case. I do hope that he can find someone out there for him that is going to be nice, you know, a healthy, loving relationship. And yeah, I do feel that his partner is going to be very intuitively aware of their connection and their relationship. So yeah. Anyways, let's see what healing messages are there for Jeno. So we have the Sandpiper spirit, be playful, the Nightingale spirit, love is all around, and the Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. So I do feel that with the we got like two birds. So the whole thing about flying high to reach his dreams, it's still on the table. But we have the Sandpiper spirit with the be playful part. I do think that is like what was trying to go through in his current energy and his career. Just have fun, you know, that whole thing. Like, I do think Jeno is getting this constant message of just do what you want, do what you're passionate about, do what will emotionally satisfy you. Don't try to fulfill the don't be a people pleaser. Don't do what other people want you to do. Don't do what other people are like expecting you to do. I mean, as an artist, not only are they expectations from society, but then there's also expectations from his company, expectations from the fans. And I do feel that life is kind of like, please just do what you want to do. Because I don't think he necessarily is going to be like a daredevil and just cause chaos for himself. Like, I don't think he's going to do anything bad. I think what he wants is going to be something very healthy and beautiful for him. That life is like, you're not hurting anyone, you're not hurting yourself, do what you want to do, right? Like, that's kind of what I'm getting with Jeno. The other card that we have is a Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. So I do feel that this is like the Five of Pentacles reverse that we saw earlier. Like, life is telling him, you're not on your own, we're here to support you, we're here to help you, and you have very loyal friends out there that are ready to help you. There's people out there that are willing to lend him a hand and make his dreams come true, right? So I'm getting this whole energy of like, he's not on his own, you know, things are going to look up for, you know, things are going to like get better, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, let's see what else. We have the Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. So the whole watch and wait, I kind of wanted to start with that card, but I told myself, let me explain the other ones first. So the watch and wait kind of made me think of the Tower card that he got in his current energy. And usually when you get Major Arcana, like the Tower card, it's supposed to represent like, this is meant to happen, this was set out to, like, this was kind of like part of his path, part of his destiny. You know, he's just going through a period where he has to transform to allow his independence to go through, to allow himself to do what he wants to do, because it is also not good to constantly not do what he wants to do. Does that make sense? Like, constantly put out that flame and that fire within him that is passionate to do something, right? So I do feel that with this the Seahorse spirit, with a watch and wait, is kind of like life is encouraging him to just allow himself to go through those difficulties, and slowly he will eventually grow into his own energy. He will slowly grow into his own power and his own confidence and do what he wants to do, because you know, part of figuring out what you want to do is just experiencing life. So I do feel that he's kind of going through that, just experiencing life and just figuring out life to eventually transform himself into the person that he wants to be. The other card that we have is the Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between, but it's reversed. So this tells me that he's struggling to allow that balance within himself. And with the embrace the in-between, is not everything is black and white. That's like the number one thing. The other thing that I'm kind of getting with that Flamingo card is that the Flamingo spirit is trying to help him and encourage him and make him see that not everything stays the same. Change is a thing, and I do feel like he may have been resisting to change. So the Flamingo is kind of helping him right now, is constantly working with him, the Flamingo spirit. So that energy of it's okay to see the in-between of things. Not everything is black and white. He doesn't always have to just make a decision that is right or wrong. Sometimes the in-between is that it's right for him, but the rest of the world may look down upon it. Like, there's nothing wrong with the things that he wants to do. I do feel that Jeno's not gonna do anything bad. Like, I do feel like he's just overthinking something that is kind of obvious to other people. And by that, I mean that maybe he's like, oh no, but my career, but what will the fans say, but what will the company say, or stuff like that. And life is just like, look, if you want to fall in love, fall in love. Fall in love with life, fall in love with yourself, fall in love with everything you do. That kind of thing. So let's see. Also, okay, hold up. Rabbit, give me a second. With this Flamingo card, the other thing that I'm kind of getting is like, you know how he got the Temperance card in his current energy, and that was supposed to like symbolize this energy of having a healthy balance between his emotions and like the practical side. So like earth and spirituality potentially. So what is what he wants to do in life versus what is like expected from him in life. That kind of thing. I do feel the Flamingo spirit is helping him balance that out as well. Okay, so now let's look at the rabbits. So we have the rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Okay. Okay, let me explain. So yeah, maybe he could be sexually frustrated. I don't know. Or he could, because here's the thing. I don't know if he got the sacral chakra, but to me, sometimes sexual matters could symbolize what he's passionate about, right? And that could be what he dreams to do in life. But he could also be that he may be kind of annoyed and sad that he doesn't have a healthy love life. And I say healthy love life because I do feel that he's not even he sometimes destroys the idea of falling in love, if that makes sense. So, okay. I don't really want to know if he's sexually frustrated. I don't really need to know that. So, okay. Any other healing messages for Jeno? Bro. Oh, we have fire. Fire, strong emotions, passion, love, or hate. So kind of like what I was saying with the rabbit spirit, he could be having some issues following what he's passionate about, what his dreams are about, or he's just not having a happy love life. We have December. Ooh, he's gonna feel the cold difficulties in December. Or December is a Sagittarius Capricorn card, meaning that it could be that he's so focused on his career, he's so focused on his own freedom and focusing on himself that he can't really focus on having a partner, or he can't focus on satisfying those needs. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's move on. So we have marriage. Yeah, life is kind of like commitment within himself. Could be commitment with a potential partner. I don't know if he has a partner already, but you know. So yeah, marriage is like eventually he's gonna have it. If he wants it, he'll have it. He'll get it. Or just a commitment of loving himself. I'm making it sound like he's like a poor lonely soul, like he's gonna stay single forever, right? But yeah, eventually he's gonna be there. Like there's a promise that he'll get that eventually. The other card that he got is Turkey card, which is someone is behaving stupidly. So I do feel that the stupidly part is like he's kind of stupid for thinking that he can't get what he wants and he can't get the love that he wants. And then the last card that we have is a rooster. We have an arrogant, boastful, I don't know how to say that word, person you should not cross. So I'm getting kind of like the other healing messages that he has is that he should not get on the way of himself. Like he shouldn't get on his own way. He also got a lot of birds, so I do feel that birds could be like what do you call it? Because he has like what, 5 birds right here. Birds could be a symbol of freedom for him and purity and achieving your dreams no matter what. And again, freedom. I don't know if I said freedom, but freedom. And I also feel that birds could be the spirit animal he constantly sees, or that gives him comfort and makes him feel happy and satisfied. So I do feel that that could be something significant for him, or that's how life communicates to him that things will get better and that he's not alone. So that's the way that's the animal that his spirit guides use to like communicate with him potentially, you know. But yeah, I'm getting with this rooster that he should walk away from anyone that makes him feel like trash, and walk away from anyone that is just bragging for bragging. You know, do not let other people affect the way that he thinks, type of thing. The turkey one kind of tells me that he could, you know, like the stupidly thing is kind of like, do not close off to the idea of love. Do not close off to your dreams and your wishes and your goals. Like, don't close off to those things just because you feel like you have to do things a certain way, or just because you feel that things are not working out your way, or just because other people are telling you what to do, right? So I do feel, you know, kind of closing off Jeno's reading, I do feel that with him there's this big issue of what he wants to do and what will emotionally satisfy him versus what will emotionally satisfy everybody else according to what is the right thing to do based on their expectations of him. And it seems like he's gonna have a beautiful love life, which I do wish he gets, because, you know, we all deserve to have beautiful things in life. And I also feel that he's slowly working towards becoming independent and doing what he wants to do. However, he should work very hard in getting rid of all of the negative energy that could come upon him based on what other people think, what other people say, what other people expect from him. Like, he needs to free himself off of that and slowly gain his independence on what he wants to do based on all of that, right? And life is slowly, like, it's working with him to give him a lot of beautiful things. I just want him to have fun and to wait for things to slowly settle down into what they have to be. So yeah, I'll leave that there. So I hope that you guys found it entertaining, or you learned from it, or at least had some fun listening to this. I do feel there's a bunch of beautiful things out there for Jeno. I don't really know what he's like physically, what you guys know of him, and what you guys I don't know how you guys see him either. So this is purely his energy and what I picked up based on my interpretation of the cards. We all interpret the cards differently, but I worked with the cards like this, and that's how they told me the message. I don't know, I thought that was important to say. So yeah, love and healing from my part to you, and see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching this video, and bye.